Look at my sunflower. Good morning, everyone. Well, I hope everyone's doing well today. It is Sunday. It is super, super humid. We've had some rain come through. It is cooler, and there is a great breeze, but it's really, really heavy and mucky and muggy. Mucky? Yucky mucky? So, last night, our neighbors who don't live in the house but who come over, take care of the place, their son or daughter or somebody had like a camp out back, which is great. That's fine. But there's an issue. This morning, I saw where someone had thrown a beer can. They're like a bottle, but they're aluminum, the aluminum bottles, threw one at my chicken barn. And it's laying on my property, and you can see where it hit the barn. And so I've got to call the father, the owner, and have a little talk with him about this. It's not the fact that it's on my property. It's not the fact. The fact is that it was an aggressive attack on my barn. Um, I don't know if it's because my little roosters were crowing and they got upset because they didn't want to get up or what, but we get up at daylight here. That's what we do. And your little camp out party is where I live. So I've really got an issue with that. Really? You're going to throw a beer can. And I've left it there. So when he comes over, he can come get it. I want to show him where his son or one of the company did that. That's my other neighbor. He's jamming. Okay. I think I'm at the end of my rope with Republican government. You know, the party of law and order, the party of family values and morals, that's a lie. That's a facade. And those people that do have those things that are following the Republican Congress, you need to know who your congressmen are, who your congresswomen are, what are they representing for you and your party, and are they doing what they should be doing to represent what your morals, values, and ideas are. I'm going to go through a few of these congressmen, and I'm going to start first. Um, what is his name? I have it written down here. Neil Fisk. Frisk. He's a Michigan congressman who was arrested for running down the middle of the street, firing a gun, chasing a woman that he has been accused of sexually assaulting. Now, you're going to hear the story and you're going to say, well, she was a stripper. It doesn't matter who you are, how you're dressed, what you look like. When someone touches you in an inappropriate way and you say no, no means no. And then when you go further, they are assaulting you. They are violating you. Um, so, there's Neil Frisk. Lauren Boebert at Beetlejuice was groping her date. Her date was groping her. She was vaping in the theater. She lied about the whole thing until it came out on video. Very representative of a young lady in Congress, right? Okay. Virginia Fox. Virginia Fox is old. I get it. She can't remember anything, right? She's got cognitive loss, voted for a bill a month ago to abolish education, the federal education department. Okay. When she was asked about this a month after she put the bill forth, she didn't remember it. You know why? Because as long as it's okay in her little group, then we don't need to shut it down. But you put a bill to shut it down, and now you're wanting to rake in what the federal government wants to give for the schools in your area. And I believe she's from North Carolina. You make sure. Yep, North Carolina. So you have, Frisk is running after a woman, firing a gun, who he sexually assaulted. You have Bobert at Beetlejuice being a little indis. I don't know. That's gross. She's gross. That's gross. That's gross behavior. That's a family play, by the way, Beetlejuice, right? Okay. Now let's talk about a few other things here too. Um, you have Florida. You had Ziegler. He was a major representative in Florida. His wife, Bridget Ziegler, who was on Liberty for Moms, and she was also very instrumental in DeSantis signing the Don't Say Gay bill. And then these two are found having sex with one woman. They were both having sex with her, so that would be bisexuality on Bridget Ziegler's side. And then he went and assaulted the woman without Bridget being present. This does not sound like people that have family values and morals and everything from the United States of America in mind. It seems to me like they're deplorable miscreants with really judgmental issues with their behaviors. They're not the only ones. Those were just a few that I pulled out because I want you to understand how important it is when you are being represented, when you are being represented, you want someone who's representing how you feel, how you live, and what you think is right. I don't understand it. I don't get it, not one bit. But let's keep going. Okay. Um, so you've got all of these representatives that I just listed, right? And then you have your presidential candidate who admitted sexually assaulting women on the Hollywood tape. I don't care if you want to call it locker room talk or whatever. That was admitting that you commit sexual assault. He was found liable for sexual assault and for defaming that person, and is continuing to defame that person, and it wouldn't surprise me if they will go ahead and throw another charge on him for defamation. Wouldn't surprise me a bit. He is also the man that would go into dressing rooms where naked 14 through 17-year-olds, underage girls were at, and he talked about it with Howard Stern like, hey, I did it because I was allowed to. He's also on the Epstein's logbook for 7 or 8 flights. I think it's 7. And then there's video of him with Epstein. And he even made a comment that Epstein likes him young, a lot like I do, or something very similar. So let me tell you something. Who is for women? Who cares about women? It's none of these people. None of these people care about women. If you want to talk about taking care of women, then we need to get congressmen and congresswomen that show the family values and morals that you so want with the Christian nationalist kind of mindset. Are you all miscreants? Because if you're allowing these people to represent you, it's kind of like guilt by association. That's all I've got to say. I just had to get that off my chest. I got to deal with my neighbor too. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance.